Jersey, and we just want to say happy Sunday! We are so excited to be on to another Sunday morning online. We're still sad we can't see you in person, but in a couple weeks, we're fingers crossed, we're hoping that we're back in person. So let's get into our lesson.
Spoke a word and brought the world to light. Your voice still echoes through the darkest night. I could try my best to count the stars. Nothing could compare to who you are. With you, everything is brought to light. With you, everything comes back to life.
There's nowhere you won't go, nothing you won't do, no place that I could hide. You're always in pursuit, I'm never too far gone, always in your side. When I wait for you, you're always right on time. You're always pursuing, always pursuing, always pursuing me. More than the air I breathe, I need you here with me. And you're never gonna stop, never gonna stop. And you're never gonna stop, never gonna stop chasing me. You made a way for me, opened up the door. Jesus, you have my heart, now and forevermore. You're always in me. Your love is chasing, your love is chasing, your love is chasing me. You're always pursuing, always pursuing, always pursuing me. Oh, your love is chasing, your love is chasing, your love is chasing me. More than the air I breathe, I need you here with me. And you're never gonna stop, never gonna stop. And you're never gonna stop, never gonna stop chasing me. More than the air I breathe, I need you here with me. And you're never gonna stop, never gonna stop. And you're never gonna stop, never gonna stop chasing me. No, you're never, and you're never gonna stop, never gonna stop.
Alrighty everyone, we are playing some tic-tac-toe. So you know the rules. 3 in a row, either across, diagonal, in the middle, in the top, at the bottom, whatever. If you get 3 X's, you win. If you get 3 O's, you win. If we get nothing, it's a dud, and we must try again. Can I have my contestants up to the board? We have Mr. Caleb on the O's and Mr. Gabe on the X's. Clean fight, no cheating. You guys ready? Ready. Alright, I don't have a coin, but someone pick the side with a thumbs up.
Left.
To the left, you go first.
Game. Yeah!
Hi everyone, my name is King Solomon, and today I will be answering the internet's most searched questions of me. Is Solomon's father alive? No, sadly not. My father, King David, is no longer with us, but he did serve on Israel's throne for 40 years. Is Solomon the new king? I guess not everyone has heard, but yes, I am the new king. Before my father passed, he did anoint me as Israel's next king. Is Solomon a follower of God? I love God with all of my heart and my soul, just as my father instructed me. And yes, I am a follower of God. Does Solomon know what he's doing? I'm not sure what that question is supposed to be saying, but my guess is it's asking, does Solomon know what he's doing? Most of the time, I do. However, when I stumble and I get stuck, I pray and ask God for his wisdom, and then God grants me that. Is Solomon wise? Without God, I would not be wise, no. Is Solomon rich? I'm so rich, it's crazy. Since I asked God for wisdom above anything else, God decided to grant me the things I did not ask for, such as money and fame. The only thing that God has asked me to do in return is to stay faithful to him and obey what he commands. Is Solomon a good dancer? Sadly, I am not a good dancer. God has granted me wisdom in almost everything except for dancing.
Let's see. Why don't you start dancing?
Prove it.
No.
Hey there, little chicken nuggets. It's me, Carl.
Welcome to Grow TV, hosted by Carl, where we have fun with our friends, talk about Jesus, and go over everything the Bible has to offer. Now, once again, welcome to Grow TV.
Well, I know y'all probably expected me to be famous by now, for me to have millions of views on my dancing video, and for companies begging me to be their spokesperson. Well, I guess I have news for you. That's exactly what happened! So let me tell you what happened. Last week I was there finishing up Grow TV. I looked at my phone and I saw I had over 1,000 notifications. Apparently someone famous saw my video and decided to share it. And that led thousands upon millions of other people to see it. Now there's companies all over wanting me, Carl, to be the face of their organization. Isn't this incredible? I'm becoming famous. I mean, look at this. I got a fancy new vest as a gift. And these special new glasses. Oh, and I can't forget this. I tell you what, things are changing big time. But I gotta be honest, I need your help with something. Now, all famous people have agents. People that kind of just like make sure you get whatever you want, right? So I got an agent. Come on in here, Sebastian.
Hey there, Cool Carl. How you doing, man? Good to see you. You're a rock star.
Yeah.
So tell me, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. Hey, by the way, did I get that audition for that movie?
Sharknado 3000, The Return of the Sea Otter?
That's the one, yeah.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get you in that for sure, as long as you don't mind getting eaten by a 2,000-pound stingray.
Well, actually, I prefer it.
Perfect, that's why I love you. Get the stingray ready. All right, Carl, hit me with it. What can I do for my biggest star?
Well, I was curious, like, what kind of like stuff can I have? Is there like a budget or like a limit?
Do turtles wish they could fly?
I have no idea.
They do not, okay? No budgets, no limits. Whatever your tiny little bearded heart wants, it gets, all right? Now hit me with it.
Anything I want, huh? All right. Well, I guess I want a swimming pool with jello filled. A bathtub that's just filled with chicken nuggets. A lawnmower that can go underwater. A submarine that can drive on land. A deer that calls me Sir Winston. A talking deer.
Is that it?
How about an assistant that's only job is to slap mosquitoes off me?
Oh, I have the perfect guy. His name is Slappin' Jimmy. You'll love him. Anything else?
Nope, I think that's it.
Great, I'll make it happen, okay? All right? Give me Slappin' Jimmy. I don't care if he's in the middle of surgery. I need him.
Sebastian's crazy, but I love him. Wow, I can't believe it's really happening. I'm becoming famous, and I get to have whatever I want. Kind of reminds me of a Bible story.
You know, it sounds a lot like today's story.
Oh, hey, Andy.
Hey, Carl. Today's story is actually about another man who was asked what he wanted.
Oh, nice. I can't wait.
Me either. So today's story is in 1 Kings, and it starts with the end of David's reign as king of Israel. Unfortunately, David died after being king for 40 years in Israel. Now, if you remember from last week, there was an issue with who would be taking over as king after David was gone. But at the end of the story, it became very clear about who was going to be the next king. And the next king would be, drumroll please, Solomon! Now, a lot of people don't remember, but Solomon was very, very young when he became king. Y'all want to guess how old he was? I'll wait. Got your guess? He was 12 years old. Now, I don't know about you, but I think when I was 12, I was rolling around in the dirt as a kid, pretending I was a carrot. So I could not have been a king. At all. But Solomon was. Now, when you think about what you would do as your first day as a king or a queen, you'd probably make some new laws first, right? Like everyone has to eat dessert first before they eat dinner. Or no bedtimes before midnight. Or maybe that every single person who is mean has to eat broccoli for a week. But you know what Solomon did first? He made sacrifices to honor God and his father. How cool is that? I think God was very happy that Solomon was king because when he was sleeping, God spoke to him in a dream. Solomon was asked what was something that he wanted from God. Now, Solomon could have asked for anything in the whole entire world. He could have asked for all of the land, or to be the richest man in the world, or to even be the biggest and strongest king on the planet. But you know what Solomon asked for? He asked for wisdom. You see, Solomon was young. He was only 12 years old, and now he was leading thousands and thousands of people. He was gonna need some help to make the right decisions and to know what's the difference between right and wrong, and also just to be the best leader for his people. So you could probably imagine that God was super happy that Solomon asked for wisdom over everything else. so pleased that God not only gave Solomon the wisdom that he asked for, but so much more than that. God gave Solomon an overwhelming amount of wealth and riches and honor. God was making sure that there would be no greater king in his time. And God told Solomon if he listened and obeyed God, then he would have a long life just like his father did. Isn't that incredible? I mean, Solomon, a 12-year-old kid who takes over the position of his father as king, who was probably the greatest king of all time, had just had the opportunity to ask for anything in the whole entire world. And instead of asking for money or land or castles or whatever, he asked for wisdom. Then God rewards him in a massive way. And there's another pretty cool thing, that there's another storyteller in the Bible named James, and he tells us that if we pray for wisdom, God promises us that we will receive it. How cool is that? I mean, we can have wisdom from God just like Solomon did, but we have to ask for it. And so when I look at this story, all I can think about is how when we need help, we can ask God for guidance.
All right, you big stars. Our big idea today is when we need help, we can ask God for guidance. All right, now let's say it out loud on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. When we need help, we can ask God for guidance. Great job, everyone. Isn't that just the best news ever? Speaking of needing help, Carl, how you doing?
I'm a changed man. Nothing but caviar dreams and chicken nugget living from now on. I can't wait to see where this fame's gonna take me. Get excited, kids, because it's gonna be fun.
Thank you for watching, and tune in next week for a new episode of Pro TV.
So whether you eat or drink or whatever you do it all for the glory of God. You go, Christy!
Learn to applies to our lives today. God has a lot to say in His book.
Bamboo, bamboo, bamboo.
You see, we know that God's word is for everyone. And now that our song is done, we'll take a look.
Hey guys, we hope you had a great time learning about Solomon and his royal family. This was such a fun lesson to do with you guys. So we just want to pray really quick before we say goodbye. So let's bow our heads and close our eyes. God, we just want to say thank you for everything that you give to us, God, that you're just so faithful, so wise, and even when we don't know what we're doing, God, you give us the right answers, just like you gave Solomon the right answers and his family. God, we just pray that the rest of this week goes really well, and that you just continue to bless us with your presence, God, and that whenever we feel like we're alone, we can just turn to you, God, and that we know that you're there and you'll give us an answer. So in your heavenly name, we say amen. Okay, guys, we'll see you next week.